Hi, how are you? Hope you're fine and safe. Today, we are going to start our next chapter, chapter 3rd, Nazism and Rise of Hitler. Nazism and the Rise of Hitler. In the spring of 1945, a little 11-year-old boy was here. His father spoke about his fear of revenge. His father spoke about his fear of revenge. And he was saying that now the Allies will do to us what we did to the crippled and the Jews. The Second World War, two groups. World is under the two group Axis power and Allies power. Then that's we will discuss Axis power, Allies power. The Allies there were UK and France. Then USSR and USA also joined with them. So Allies power means UK, France, USSR and USA. Then Axis power there were Germany, Italy and Japan. So world is under these two groups. Then these two groups they were fighting. Germany, Japan and Italy, they were one group. They were Axis power. Allies power means UK, France, USA and USSR. So Italy, Germany and Japan they were in one group. So our chapter Nazism and the Rise of Hitler is in Germany. So Germans, his father he was a prominent German physician, doctor. So now he was saying that the Allies will do what we did, the crippled and Jews. Crippled means disabled. Then the next day, his father took Helmut to the woods. They went to the forest where they spent their last happy time together. He took his son to the woods, his family to the forest, and there they spent their last happiest time together. They were singing all the children's songs. Later, his father showed himself. He showed himself in his office. So he committed suicide. Then Helmut remembered that he saw his father's bloody uniform being burned in their family fireplace. He saw that his father's bloody uniform. He showed himself. So his bloody uniform, they set fire into their family fireplace. So it was a shock for him. That's why what he had to overhear and what happened. That he reacted by refusing to eat at home for the following 9 years. So he was shocked. Because of this, he was not ate from his home alone. 9 years. Then he was afraid that his mother might poison him. He was afraid whether his mother poisoned him. That's why he was not ready to eat from his home around 9 years. So Helmut and his father, he heard a secret discussion between his parents. Then his father, he was an important doctor under Nazis in Germany. Then Nazis, now Axis power, they were defeated. War entered with the defeat of Axis power. So Allies power, they got now the power. So he was fearing that what they did against Jews, that same now they were going to do against them. That's why he feared and he committed suicide. Although Helmut may not have realized that all it meant. His father had been a Nazi and a supporter of Adolf Hitler. He knew only that his father, he was a Nazi and he was a supporter of Hitler, Adolf Hitler. Then Adolf Hitler's determination, his main aim to make Germany into a mighty power. Hitler's ambition, his determination, he wanted to make Germany as a powerful, and his ambition of conquering all of Europe. His aim, he wanted to make Germany as a powerful empire, and for that he decided to conquer all over Europe. Then he killed Jews. That Nazi was not one or two isolated act. It was a system, a structure of idea about the world and politics. So it was not an isolated, a single act. It was a system, a structure of ideas about the world and politics. Then let us try to understand what Nazism was all about. Now we are going to discuss what Nazism all about. In May 1945, Germany surrendered to the Allies. Germany surrendered to the Allies in May 1945. So the spring of 1945 he heard. Then 1945 May, Axis power, they surrendered to the Allies. 1945 Germany surrendered to the Allies. Then Hitler and his propaganda minister Goebbels and his entire family, they committed suicide. Hitler and his prominent propaganda minister, his prime minister, they committed suicide. His name Goebbels. They committed suicide. Their entire family committed suicide. At the end of the war, an international military tribunal, it was set up at Nuremberg to prosecute Nazi war criminals for the crimes against peace or the war crimes and crime against humanity. So war entered. Then at that time, at the end of the war, an international military tribunal, an international military court, it was set up to prosecute the Nazi criminals for the crimes against, first one, against peace, then war crimes and crimes against humanity. These are the three charges they accused against the Nazis. What are the first one? Crimes against peace, then war crimes and crimes against humanity. Then Germany, they conduct during the war, especially those actions which came to be called crimes against humanity. During the war, what they did, it was consider this action which came to be called as the crimes against humanity. What they did, that's complete against humanity. Then it raised a serious moral and ethical question and invited worldwide condemnation. Worldwide people, they were against the Germany because they what they did, it was complete against the humanity. Then under the shadow of the war, Germany, they waged a genocidal war. Genocidal war means a mass killing, which resulted a mass murder of selected groups of innocent civilians of Europe. Under the shadow of First World War, Germany, they started a mass killing. Then this resulted the mass murder of selected groups of innocent civilians of Europe. They killed a lot of selected innocent civilians of Europe. Then the number of people killed include 6 million Jews. They killed 6 million Jews, 2 lakh gypsies. 6 million Jews, 2 lakh gypsies, then 1 million Poland people. Then 70,000 Germans who were considered mentally and physically disabled. Then beside the innumerable political opponents, not only these people, a lot of political opponents also, those who are against the policies of Nazi and Germany, they were also killed. So the number of people they killed, 6 million Jews, 2 lakh gypsies, 1 million Polish, 70,000 German, Then they were considered, German people also he killed, they were considered mentally and physically disabled. Then an innumerable, countless number of political opponents also, those who are against Nazi and Germany. The Nazi devised an unprecedented means of killing people. They continued a lot of killing. That's why gassing them in various killing centers like Auschwitz. They killed these people, they sent them to the gas chambers. Then the Nuremberg tribunal sentenced only 11 leading Nazi to death. Then they set up the military tribunal. In this military tribunal, they found guilty as only 11 people, 11 leading Nazis, and they killed. They sentenced into death. Then many others were imprisoned for life. Many other prominent Nazi people, they got life imprisonment. Then the punishment of Nazi was far short of the brutality to extend their crimes. What they did to compare this tribunal, what they did, it was not a very little one, only very short to compare their what they did. Then the Allies did not want to be as harsh on defeated Germany they had been after the First World War. After the First World War, that the Allies, they were not ready to do what they did against the Germany after the First World War. Then everyone who came to feel that the rise of Nazi Germany could be partly traced the German experience after the end of the First World War. Then many of the people they were saying that Germany, why Germany become like this? Because what they faced after the First World War. After the First World War, German, they faced a lot of problems. That's why they reacted like this. Many of the people, they came to feel that Nazi Germany could be partly traced back what they German experience at the end of the First World War. Introductory part. I hope you understood this. It's a simple topic. Once in the springs of 1945, Helmut, he heard his parents' discussion. His father, who was a prominent physician, then he is saying his wife whether they will kill the entire family or he want to commit suicide. Then he committed suicide. Then what happened after the war? Germany, Italy, Japan, they were one group, and UK, USA, France, and USSR, they were another one group. Then they fought in the Second World War. Then after the war, at the end of the war, Germany, they were defeated. Then a military tribunal set up to prosecute Nazis, the crimes against peace, humanity, and war crimes. Then the tribunal, they found only 11 people, they were guilty. Then they were sentenced to death. All other people, they sent life imprisonment. Okay, I hope you understood. Thank you.